Hey you guys, it's good to see you again. I'm back. I know it's been a hot minute. I've been gone for a while. I've just had a lot on my plate. I just recently lost my grandfather, unfortunately, so I took some time, flew back home, and spent some time with my grandpa, and was sort of there on the last couple weeks that he had left. So that's where I've been. I've been MIA for a hot minute. I came back feeling really just sort of different and like changed, and like I've been really in my head having like good days, bad days, things like that. So it's been hard, but like honestly, I've been putting off filming for a hot minute, but I'm kind of happy to be back. It's just nice to like be able to get back into my fragrances. And today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going over 5 of my favorite options for fall this year. These are the ones that are going to be in my rotation. I know I'm going to gravitate towards these particular 5. I do have one honorable mention that I'm going to be getting into as well. But before I get started, I want to talk about something that's been really helping me since I got back from my trip and dealing with everything. It's been doing my nails. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing that I've been doing a lot of nail looks, and like, look at this. I'm obsessed. I feel like such a professional. Like, I don't even have to go to the salon. I can just do it at home. Like, I'm obsessed with these nails that I've been doing, and they're just so cool. And some of the polishes that I've been really loving, honestly, are from Nail Reserve. And you guys heard me talk about them before. They used to go by Nail Addict, and I remember doing not a whole video, but I talked about them in one of my videos. And these gel polishes are amazing. If you love a clean formula, these are vegan, they're 9-free and cruelty-free. Like, these are so freaking good, and I love the colors. These 2 in particular have been so beautiful. Like, I just really love it. And like, if you're into nails, like, I highly suggest checking out this company. Like, I have so much nail stuff. Like, you can probably tell on my counter back here, I've been doing my nails. I have like a drill now, a bunch of monomers and powders and things. Like, I've been obsessed with doing it. And honestly, it's been kind of helping me like coping with things and whatnot. Like, it's good for me to immerse myself into something. And like, look at this color. This color it's called Goddess, which, oh my God, I'm already obsessed. But look at this red. It's so like rich auntie vibes. Like, I don't know. I kind of love it. But if you guys want to check them out, I will link them down below. I really love this gel polish formula. It's really, really good. Their top coat is one of my favorite top coats. I alternate between their top coat and the Prey top coat, which is another really good one. Both of them have a great consistency, and they're so alike and like just amazing. I really love their top coat. These colors are phenomenal, and if you guys want to check them out, like I said, I'll link them down below, because honestly, like, it's so much fun just being able to do your nails and like play around with different things. I don't know, I kind of like it. It helps me get creative and whatnot, and like, look how fun. Obviously this hand's kind of not as great looking because this is my non-dominant hand, and like, I don't know, I'm just obsessed. But anyway, let's get into the video. The first one that I want to talk about is my honorable mention. I'll start with that one first just to get it out of the way. And this was one that honestly surprised me. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I ended up loving it, because I wasn't a fan of the original version of it, because this is the intense version, and that is Alien Goddess. I really, really like the intense version, this version. It is exactly what I was hoping that the original Goddess was going to be, where the original Goddess sort of lacked in like the resemblance to the original Alien. I feel like the Alien Intense really has the best of both worlds. The original Alien DNA, because I do see like an homage to it in this formula, and it's still retains that sort of tropical coconutty goodness at the same time, but the coconut isn't as pronounced as in the original. It's more of a toned down coconut and adds more of a creaminess to this fragrance, which I really, really like. I mean, like I said, you still have that coconut note. You've got coconut, bergamot, especially in the opening. It's that really bright citrusy blast. You get some jasmine tea. There's vanilla, benzoin, and cashmere and wood in this, and this is honestly really good. Like, I was surprised by it. It retains some of that original Alien DNA, like it peeks through, but it's like tropically smooth, coconutty, a little bit lactonic. It's really, really nice. Honestly, this is one of my favorite releases from Mugler in a minute. I really like it. I think there's some personality and character to this fragrance. I think it's a nice twist on the Alien DNA, and I'm happy to see the Alien DNA peek through in this fragrance. It's really, really good. And I've been loving this for summer, and right now going into fall, it's still working really beautifully. It's sort of warm, ambery, like sun-kissed skin. It's so, so beautiful with that very like indolic jasmine-y feel that you get from the original Alien. Definitely check this one out. Like I said, it's a really, really good one, and that's my honorable mention. Now, onto the list. The first one that I'm going to talk about is one that's been talked about quite a bit on YouTube, and for good reason. It's really, really beautiful, and that is Silky Woods from Goldfield and Banks. This is a gorgeous woody fragrance that's sweet. It's a little sort of incensey. It's really just well done. I really like that I get this sort of suede effect. I mean, there is suede in this, and it sort of reminds me of Amouage Journey, the woman's one. That sort of like suede leathery feel that has is almost in this one too. And I really like that sort of suede leathery feel that sort of smells like a cloth band-aid. Both of those fragrances have it. And I kind of really like it. It's like a medicinally band-aid sort of suede feel, but it's sweet. It's sort of resinous-y, really woody. A lot of people compare this DNA to the Baccarat Rouge 540 extrait, and I see what they're going with that, but imagine that fragrance, but a really sweet, woody version with a slight suedey note. That's what this smells like, and it's so, so good. This is so beautiful in the fall time. This performs beautifully in cold weather, and I just really like it. There's reason that this one is so hyped up. It's a really, really beautiful fragrance, especially for fall. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down below. This retails for $2.35 on Lucky Scent, and that's where I bought this bottle. But I really, really love that one, you guys. The next one that I'm going to talk about is from a house that I'm a huge fan of. Those that know me know I absolutely love the House of Zoologist. And when I saw that this fragrance was going to be released, I knew I had to bring it in my collection. Just for the fact that the mascot for this fragrance is a little cockatiel. I needed it because I grew up with my grandma having so many cockatiels growing up, and they were so cute. She had like 10 at one point. She really loved birds growing up, and I remember just like loving when they would hatch or have babies and just like helping raise the babies. It was so much fun when I was younger. So when I saw the packaging for this, I knew I had to have it. Like, look how absolutely beautiful it is. His little outfit, it's so beautiful. And this is the limited edition bottle. So it's not the bottle that comes standard, but the limited edition one that they always do when a new release comes out. I really like this, you guys. What a unique, beautiful vanilla this is. Like, it is so interesting. And it really does remind me of like growing up and going to my grandma's house and like taking care of the birds. Like, this captures the feel or the essence of like the plumage that they have, especially when you get newborn little baby birds. They have this sort of fuzzy plumage. I almost get this sort of plumagey effect when I smell this, and it brings back like a nostalgia memory. It's so, so good. I really like it. It's such a unique sort of dusty, kind of earthy, but not like in a earthy way, more like foliage, like leaves and things like that. It's really interesting. You've got notes of champagne, raspberry, rhubarb. You've got powdery notes, gaiac, cashmere, and I think vanilla and musk as well, and maybe a couple other notes, but this is really, really nice. It's a really interesting vanilla. If you are a fan of vanilla, get your nose on this one. I really like it, especially going into fall right now. This gives a really powdery, cozy vibe with a sort of, not woody base, but like this sort of earthy base that's very foliage-like. I really like it. The powderiness comes off more dusty in this fragrance, making it more unique and complex in my opinion. And I just really enjoy this one. Like, I'm so excited for this fragrance. I'm happy to have it in my collection, and I'll definitely be using it in my rotation for fall of 2022. I really like that one. The next one that I'm going to talk about is and that one retails for $175 on Lucky Scent as well. The next one that I'm going to talk about is one that I've been absolutely in love with, from the packaging to the color of the juice. Just everything about this fragrance. It is so, so beautiful. This one is called Venom of Angel. The packaging is stunning for this fragrance. I cannot for the life of me pronounce the name of the brand. It is like up here on the top. It is very, I don't know. I'll link it down below either way so you can look at the name of the brand. But this fragrance is, it's gorgeous, you guys. I love this fragrance. The price tag, not so much, but I do love this fragrance. I think it's a beautiful, unique Chypre fragrance. And if you want something really unique, really beautiful, for fall time, I think this is a really cool option. You've got notes of coconut, olibanum, you've got black pepper, aloe vera, sugarcane, rum, ivy, cedar, and white chocolate. And what really comes through in this fragrance is this sort of like almost candied ivy note. It's really odd, but it works so beautifully. I love the combination of all these notes playing together and creating something that isn't your average like run-of-the-mill fragrance. Like this has some complexity to it. It's easily unisex. It opens up and you get this really interesting blast of like, it almost feels like fizziness, like some sort of sunshiny fizziness. But as soon as it starts settling, you get that sugar cane, you get that ivy note, and it comes off as like almost like a green sort of stemmy plant that's like coated in sugar. As it settles down further and you get deeper in the dry down, you do get this slight white chocolate sort of accord. I really like it when it gets in the mid and like you really start to pick up on it. It's very faint, but it's definitely there. It's almost headed in a gourmand direction, but it never veers into gourmand territory. And even though this fragrance is marketed towards women, I think primarily it's completely unisex in my opinion. I think all these fragrances that I'm going to talk about are kind of unisex, with the most feminine leaning being Alien Goddess. I feel like anybody could wear these fragrances, but this one in particular is just so unique. Definitely get your nose on it. I really like it, especially if you're a fan of Chypre fragrances. You need to get your nose on this. It's green. There's a little bit of earthiness behind it. There's some creaminess. There's like so much going on in this fragrance, but more than anything, it's bright, it's beautiful, and it leaves a super intoxicating trail. If you want to leave the most beautiful sillage, definitely get your nose on this. It's very interesting and so good, and honestly like worth it. It's $175 on Lucky Scent, but definitely sample it before you buy it. It's an interesting fragrance. Now the next one that I'm going to talk about is one that I am absolutely in love with. I'm so happy I added this to my collection, and it is Haute Couture from Givenchy or Givenchy, however you want to pronounce it, because you know I'm probably going to butcher half of the words I say. But Givenchy, Haute Couture. I really like this fragrance, you guys. When I started looking into this fragrance, because I had seen a lot of people talk about it and I was always interested in it, but I never took the plunge into buying it. I remember I read an article while I was doing all this like research on this fragrance, and saw that Amy Winehouse's supposed signature scent was Haute Couture. And when I found that out, I immediately knew, like, okay, I need to buy this fragrance because I'm a huge fan of Amy Winehouse. I have her music on vinyl. I've been listening to her for a long time. She's one of my favorite artists, and unfortunately she's passed, but like her work just really resonated with me, and like her music, especially in her early career before her Back to Black album, was like one of my favorite albums ever. And it was so good and full of such cool songs, and like, I don't know. I honestly wish she was still around because I feel like she would be bumping out some amazing music. She's one of those artists that just like, I don't know. She does something for me. She just makes me happy when I hear her music. Not so much the Back to Black album. That one made me kind of sad. It was a little bit darker, but her earlier stuff, chef's kiss, so good. But yeah, this is supposedly her signature scent. And honestly, if she smelled like this, then she was smelling freaking good, because this is a sexy, darker raspberry fragrance, and like it's not what I would have expected. This gives me like at a bar vibes, very like, I don't know, like an upscale trendy bar, and this like femme fatale sitting at a counter like ordering a drink. Like that's the sort of vibe I get from this fragrance. It's so sexy. There's a slight smokiness to this. It's just really good. You get this sort of tobacco-y note in this as well that just, it smells so intoxicating. Like this is a gorgeous fragrance, especially your scent trail. It's going to be like fruity, a little dark, really mysterious, really seductive and inviting. Like, damn, this fragrance kills it. Like I said, you've got that raspberry, bergamot, orange, pepper, I can't even talk. I can never get my words out. Vetiver, magnolia, sandalwood, amber, and musk. And you guys, this is really beautiful. If you want to smell sexy, seductive, and really warm and delicious, get yourself this one. Like I said, it does give me sort of like in the club vibes, like really upscale, trendy club where like people are allowed to smoke. But it also has this feminine raspberry note that keeps it sort of juicy and interesting. Definitely a cool one. I really like it. Not a huge fan of the bottle though. Bottle is kind of like, And you can honestly find this one on Fragrance X, I think for around 44 bucks. So it's not a super expensive fragrance, honestly, like totally worth the money. And yeah, I really like this. 10 out of 10. I'm going to be wearing this quite a bit in fall time, especially. The last one that I want to talk about is one that I had seen other people talk about online. I was super curious about it and I got it and absolutely fell in love with the fragrance. This is from YSL and it is called Elle. This is really nice, you guys. You've got notes of lychee, peony, amalfi lemon. You've got rose, jasmine, freesia, patchouli. You've got vetiver, cedar, and I think amberette in the base. And this is honestly so, I don't know, there's something really sexy about this. It's sort of fruity. It has a slight fruity element because of that lychee peony combination, which is really popular in fragrances right now, like Delina and things like that. That sort of DNA. This does not smell like Delina at all, but like I'm just saying, like the lychee peony combo is like a really redundant sort of combo, but like in this, it's so good. There's a slight tartness in the opening with this fragrance. You do get this like bright tart opening. As it settles down, this sort of like interesting vanilla starts to peek through, and this really woody base, a really pronounced woody base. I almost get this slight pencil shaving vibe, but this gives me like rich upscale sort of I have my whole life together vibes. Like this is so sexy. Like what Turquotic by MAC was back in the day as like the sexy it girl scent. This smells like a more modern version of a sexy it girl scent. Like that's the kind of vibe this fragrance gives. It's like woody, sexy, seductive, playful. There's this like sparkling quality to it because of the lychee and peony. It's just really good. Something about this DNA sort of reminds me too of Shiseido Zen. I find like a striking similarity between like this sort of citrusy patchouli feeling that Shiseido Zen has. This sort of has that same sort of effect. They're not like the same fragrances, but I do see like a slight comparison, if that makes sense. And I really, really like it. Like, it's just really well done. Probably one of the more underrated hidden gems. Get your nose on this if you can get it. It is discontinued, but you can still find it online, like on Fragrance X for like 109 bucks. This is the 3-ounce bottle and it retails, I think right now for $109, but definitely worth it. Check this one out if you can find it before they completely disappear, because I will probably be stocking up on that one. But anyway, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. And like I said, I'm sorry for like being gone for so long. I've had a lot of things going on and I've been having to work on my mental health, which hasn't been so great lately. And just trying to figure life out in general. I'm definitely going to do more videos. You'll definitely see more stuff coming because I have quite a few videos planned out. I will be doing a Dua Fragrances haul pretty soon. And I have other content in the works, like it's in there. I'm working on it. I'm slowly getting there. I'm trying to get back on my feet and get better. Like I said, I've just been going through it, and like, just thank you guys for like being understanding and like just hanging in there with me. And like, I'm always going to do YouTube. I feel like I love doing it in my spare time. It's just been really hard lately, and I don't know. It's just nice being back. That's all I'm saying. And I really enjoy you guys and what you have to say and the people that tune in, and you know, for the little family that we're building here. I really enjoy you. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later in my next video. Catch you guys later. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always doing stuff on Instagram and posting like nail things. So if you want to see more nail looks, follow me on there. Because I am like, I'm killing it right now. I am so professional. Anyway, bye.